I have 10 points that I would like to share with you, what we can take with us from now and into the future in regard to any work, project we embark on doing, whether it is to benefit the community or whether it is to benefit ourselves as individuals or as family. Number one priority that we should take into account, we need to learn the art of appreciating how people contribute towards something. And that contribution needs to be acknowledged. It is unfortunate that sometimes within our community, we don't see that kind of appreciation being exchanged. For example, and please don't misunderstand this, I'm insinuating nothing. I want this to be practiced among you. Exchange words of appreciation and gifts, because that will create and cultivate love among you. I cannot afford a gift. Let me at least recognize you with a word of love, with a word of thanks. Number two, an openness to new ideas and perspective. We should always allow ourselves the flexibility to accept new ideas, as long as these ideas fall within certain parameters. They should be beneficial. They should be geared towards the enhancement of the community at large, and they should fall within the parameters of Sharia. Right? If they fall within these parameters, we should not shun them away. Number three, to make connections and see what we have in common. No matter how diverse the community is, let's focus on the positive and leave the negative. Change the paradigm. Shia Sunni, we look for differences. I swear, if we look for common things and similarities, we will be more united than you can think of. Like Amir al-Mu'mineen said to Malik al-Ashtar, people are of two kinds, either your brother in faith or your equal in humanity. Number four, if I differ with you in an opinion, I should value that opinion, because one day I may see the wisdom in it. I may not see it now, but I may see it later. So when we open a debate or a dialogue, let that dialogue be on the basis of learning from one another. It's not about proving that I know better than you or my point is better than you. By the way, take that also to your relationship at home. Number five, willingness to question and refute assumptions. I cannot assume wrong about you unless I'm 100% certain. Imam Ali says, salawatullahi salamu alayhi, solicit 70 excuses on behalf of your brother before you accuse him. What does that mean? You're not sure whether what you heard is right or wrong. Don't make assumptions. Solicit an excuse on his behalf or her behalf. Look what the friends of Imam Ali said. And how about if we can't find an excuse for him? He said, invent one. Allahu Akbar. Invent one. So number six, ability to express opinion without fear of being criticized. Isn't that amazing that I can offer my opinion to the community I live in without having to fear that if I'm going to say something, I'm going to be criticized? Don't begin from the platform of criticism. Begin from the platform of acceptance. Number seven, no matter how much we differ, we are still brothers in Islam and in humanity. The minute these differences are set aside, I still hold you in great respect in my heart. Why? Because what unites us is Tawheed and love of Ahlul Bayt salawatullah wa salamu alayhim ajma'in. This is the best ground for unity. Not finances, not differences, not positions. No, the fact that we believe in the same God, the same Prophet, and we have the wilayah of Ahlul Bayt in our heart. That's our biggest asset. Number eight, an ability to detect bias. When we feel that we are biased or racist within ourselves, let's admit it. Let's not carry on with it and say, no, this is how we are. Link yourself to the family of mu'mineen. This is not racism. This is how we alleviate racism from amongst ourselves. Number nine, an acceptance of different practices in the way we do things in the course of executing a task or a project at hand. Okay? Even in the practices of some religious duties, as long as we can back them by Sharia law. 10, and the last one, an awareness of the diversity that exist within the community which in fact enriches our experience as community members. So the more the diversity, the more we can learn from one another or not. The Prophet ﷺ gave an excellent example among his companions who were diverse. Suhaib al-Rumi from Rome, Salman al-Farisi, As-Saydawi, he's from Sidon. But under the banner of the love they had for Imam Hussein, they all melted in Hussein salawatullah wa salam alayhi. These points help us see things from a different perspective.